Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online as we play through the game as our hardcore guardian on the hardest difficulty of difficulty 9+2. In this episode we make our way through the Lone Lands again, we get to the Forsaken Inn, complete all of the quests there that are available to us, head towards a ruin to the south where we grab some more quests. However, these quests are full of signature mobs. Every single mob we have to kill is a signature mob. So we delay this quest for a little bit. We head into a mine in the middle of the Lone Lands just to help clear out the area for the local dwarfs. There's a load of Dourhands and Orcs inside. We also get a bit of assistance to wipe out two of these signature mobs. Probably didn't need help, but he helped anyway. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back in Lord of the Rings Online as we are playing through the Lone Lands, the Lonely Highlands, as I like to call it. Last episode, Mr. Candy here. Ooh, this could be promising. This is very promising. Scratch that last one. Looks like this could very well be a Barrows run. It's a little 64. Nope. I'm gonna have to say no. I don't want to be carried. Yeah. Finally got a Barrows run after so long, and I'm going to have to leave it. This sucks. Really does suck. Hey, I'll carry on through the Lone Lands just because he's got this one person that's level 60 odd. I don't want to do this, so I'm just going to turn it down and leave this instance. So I'm going to continue through the Lone Lands. So annoyingly, that was a group that didn't, well, I would have been able to do the Great Barrows, but I would have been carried through it, and it's not what I want. So I don't think it's fair on this character for that to happen. So we're gonna go up to the top of the Weathertop or Amun, and hopefully we'll do this story quest, which Mr. Candy or Candaiths wants me to go to the top and essentially just search the place, just see if there's more orky boys up there. I'm still running the tank spec, so if I do suddenly find myself in a group which involves me going to Great Barrows or Fornos or any of the other dungeons, I'm ready for it already with my tank gear. Well, all my gear is tank gear. There's no real change of gear, to be honest. It's a low level, but my skills are already ready for it. We will see you at the top of Amun. Hopefully there's a nice vista, because I love myself a vista. We're now making it to the top of the Weathertop. Hopefully what looks like is some nice vistas. Lots of hills to the north. Then let's see exactly what Mr. Candy wants us to do up here, or Ranger Candy I should say. So it's just a rune covered rock. So what could this be? Oh, nothing. Okay. So he just wants me to go back to Mr. Candy. So I'm going to have to be careful going back, because obviously we're on top of a pretty big hill, and it's going to be quite easy for me to fall off and potentially die. But Vista of the South, you've got the Inn of the Forsaken, or the Forsaken Inn just down there, which is pretty cool. There's big fortress down there, which you spend a lot of time in. Minas Erial, can't really pronounce that. Then you should be able to see to the west over here. You might be able to see the Ost, Gurif, and GA. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, but you might not be able to see it. So we're going to head back down to Mr. Candy and try and be quick about this. I want to try and get the Lone Lands ticked off as soon as possible. I don't particularly like this map, if I'm being honest. It's just a bit barren. So we've returned to Mr. Candy. He wants us to do a solo instance. So we're going to try, well, he gives you a choice of between a solo and a group instance. So I'm going to do the solo. I'm going to very quickly speed run this. Shouldn't be too difficult. All the mobs are going to be a lower level, and they're not going to be buffed by the landscape difficulty. So yeah, just going to power through this. And of course, I'm going to be very strong compared to these, and I am tank spec, so they're not going to be able to do very much damage, in theory. I'm not going to show what happens here. It's not particularly interesting for the story. I'll give a little summary when we get to the top, or when we finish this. This could potentially be the okay, I started recording this and I completely forgot that landscape difficulty doesn't actually matter. So I saw a signature mob, panicked, thought this might be difficult. He's level 23, 5 levels away from me. No, it's fine. It's completely fine. So we're going to make our way up Amon Sul. It's not taking too long to get here. So that is now us going to the Forsaken Inn. We've did Amon Sol. The rest of the mission is really easy. We just ploughed through it. It's really quick. Now we are going to grab all the quests here. I think the first set of quests is just to clear the local area, and then we'll head south towards Minas Eriol. There's probably going to be a lot of content I'm probably going to be skipping here, so I might jump from Forsaken Inn to the next quest location to the next quest location, then straight to Ost Goref, because if there's not much difficulty, I'm probably just going to power through. I did level up in that fight, and I did get this new skill, or in fighting that instance. Got a new skill called Stagger, which just increases my damage. Oh, no, it doesn't increase my damage. It does allows me to do damage if I'm behind an enemy, and essentially reduces their run speed, which is quite cool. So that was all of this southern area. Minas Errol, at least the southwestern side of the ruins, have now been cleared. Didn't show any of their content because nothing really happened. I just killed a load of mobs. Wasn't really in much danger. This will be slightly more difficult because this is now coming close to my level. This is only 4 levels different. That's only 3 levels different. It does involve me going into the ruins themselves. There's a lot of spiders. There's a lot of mobs down there. So there's a few quests outside the ruins. I'm going to go probably inside. Well, I'm going to do the outside quest first, then I'm going to go inside. When I'm inside, I'll probably show more of the content. Yeah, see you shortly. So this could be a bit. Okay, this guy's helping me. So we just started an escort quest. I don't have the quest, he did, so I was just helping him do it. And I was hoping that Luz would be a tough fight. It's a signature mob in this area, but Luz was not a threat at all. He just died very quickly. So in this area, we are just killing these goblins. I did find another quest in the Forsaken Inn that I hadn't done, which is these Enfeebling Foes and Goblin Packmaster. So they're relatively easy quests. It's just go kill a load of goblins. There's a few goblins just spawned on me. I don't really want the aggro here if I can help it. Okay, never mind. This captain is destroying them. This captain is not playing on any higher difficulty, so he's absolutely ruining everything that comes towards him. I got this new mount, this prize liver chestnut horse, which is from the reputation vendor from Bree, so that's pretty awesome. And now I'm going to head now into these, do these quests, hand this in, do this quest here, and head into the ruins to the south, where this should pick up with the density of content. These guys would really be careful for these guys if you're playing hardcore, or any difficulty, because those bombs themselves can do about 100 to 200 damage per bomb. So if you get hit by 1 or 2 of them, you're going to take a lot of damage. And then if you get hit by 1 or 2 of them, you also get knocked back. So you're really not in a good place to fight them. I'm going to let the captain just do all the work up there, and I'm just going to struggle to kill one mob. And we'll jump back in as we go hunt some wolves just in this area here. This can be interesting when I go into the ruins. I'm trying to take out on these prowlers. They're not the hardest mobs. They are 3 levels lower than me, but they are really tanky. And if there's anything to say about the next quest I'm going to be moving on to, I'm going to be struggling inside these ruins to the south. Even if I'm very close to leveling up, I should level up once I finish this quest. These prowlers are strong. Well, they're not doing much damage, but they are taking a lot of damage. So if the mobs are taking ages to kill, my chance of aggroing a second mob is really high. If I aggro a second mob, I'm not going to be able to survive that. Therefore, this could be risky. I need to make sure I always have my charge ready to go. And I need to always have like an exit plan. So I need to know where I need to be able to run to get out of the ruins. There's a lot in these ruins, which is essentially in a valley. And inside the valley itself, it's going to be dangerous. Loads of spiders, loads of enemies. I think the spiders also have a chance to root you. I don't have a root breaker. So if they root me, I can't get away as quickly as I'd like to. So that's going to also be a bit worrying. So I may have made a mistake here and started attacking this mob. Thinking that this was just a normal mob, not a signature. So this could be, he's only obviously 4 levels lower than me. And you can see here. I should have actually checked whether it's a signature mob first. So this ruin to the south could be a ruin full of signature mobs. If it is, I may struggle. I'll give it a go. Don't get me wrong, I will try it, but I will probably struggle. You can see here, 200 health left, and let's get a little bit closer to see what else is in. Because that was just a random mob. Okay, just another random mob again. This is probably. Do I need to kill those? No, I don't. So I might be able to avoid them, but I don't think I will. Ah, I think this is in a different part of the ruins. This might be a part of the ruins which I'll go to later. So if I can figure out where I need to go. So if I look on the map, this is like a separate little keep up here. Looks like there's an area. There is an area below, a whole ruin underneath the map. Well, underneath the ruins. So I should be able to get there if I can find my way around. Hopefully that I can just go up here and then drop down into it, but we'll see. So I found a way over the hill, and the mobs over here are all signature mobs. So they're all pretty strong, even the spiders down there. Oh, no, I'm falling. Even the spiders down there, which I'm able to see one or two of them, they were also signatures. So they are, oh, there it is. So that's a signature mob as well. So I'll have to come back here probably when I come to level 30 and I get slightly better gear. It's only one level away, so I'm going to go up north and start doing these quests up along the main road. It is a benefit of going along this main road because just to the east of the Weathertop, anywhere to the east, you will start getting rich iron ore. And I've got 12. Ideally, I want as much as possible so I can make my armor as soon as I reach level 30. And here's the armor here. So I haven't got enough ruby shards, but I need to go buy some. And then I could use my universal ingredient, universal crafting 100. What's this called? Universal crafting ingredient. To make sure these are all 100%. I've only got one at the moment. As of tomorrow, I should have two because I have finished a task. Tasks at hand, which give me if I complete that. So I wouldn't mind a couple of pieces of armor fully upgraded. But we'll see. I may or may not use it. Fully upgraded them, or I might leave them. See how a full set of that armor works. See if there's much damage difference now. So I did get a new racial trait, which was those that were left behind, which is here. Which is this one here, which gives me an extra 5% will, or 5 will, not 5%. I wouldn't mind getting another one of the racial traits of Blade Dancer, but I don't know what level I unlock that at. And the other ones not really too fussed about. This is not bad, Empty of Darkness, but I don't know I don't think there's many of my skills that do light damage. Would be good for a captain. Yeah. So we'll make our, there's two mobs here. This could be interesting. Hopefully, so I'll use my AoE knockdown. Now, okay, never mind. I took out that bird really quickly. Just looking, there's some barrow irons there, and then just to the east of there should start spawning some iron. And just let his yellow fang. There we go, and let's keep going. So these mobs are slightly more manageable, although they're closer to my level. Those quests inside that valley was technically for level. I think they're level 25s. Yeah, 24. So these quests I'm doing now are actually a high level. But these mobs are going to be slightly easier to kill than a load of... What's that I just finished? Quest time. I've got a quest time apparently. Deliver necklace to its owner. Fine. Yeah, so these mobs are slightly harder to kill. Well, compared to a signature mob, they're easy. But compared to all the other mobs I fought so far, these are relatively difficult. I won't be able to take more than 2 on at a time, that's for sure. And then we need to kill out a load of brutes here. Then there's a little town just to the north. Need to head towards. Which we'll be heading towards a suit. Well, not town, it's that ruin there. It's not a town. We'll be heading there very shortly. So this is going to be interesting. This is... sorry. I'm something stuck in my throat. As this area is... This quest is essentially for level 25s. Just double checking. No, level 26s. So this is the closest to my level I've found in a while. And this is essentially a cave full of Dourhands on one side and Orcs on the other side. So we're going to see how well we fare in here. Rather than doing low level content, I'm just going to actually do some slightly harder content. Probably going to show you a lot more of this than I would normally show of me doing combat. Just because this could get a little bit sketchy. And I'd rather concentrate on fighting and playing the game and then having to run and press buttons on my keyboard. So there's a load of Dourhands down there. There's 3 there. I kind of want to pull small groups. Or, well, probably not pull groups at all. I could probably only take 2 on. Maybe, I could definitely take 2 on. I can take 1 on without a problem. Anything more than that, maybe 3, I'll probably struggle. I just need to be careful with my... Because I need to be careful with my use of skills. Sometimes when I use skills, I'll fat finger it. And if let's say they've got a debuff on me, I tend to press the debuff button once. I expect it to be immediate, like in some of the other MMOs I play. Like if you use your cleanse on your character, it tends to be immediate on some of the games. Like on WoW, it tends to be immediate. On Return of Reckoning, it tends to be immediate. So I'm not used to it. So me having to press it and then wait for my character to use the animation, use the skill, takes just a little bit of time. I need to get used to it. I'm gonna eat some food in here as well. Got some spare snappers soup. Just to try and get my health back faster after combat, just to speed this up. I'm looking for pickaxes as well. I don't think these guys... Okay, they are dropping weapons. They're dropping orc weapons. So I need to take it. Apparently there's 8... I need to get 8 pickaxes in here, which I'm guessing the orcs drop. And these guys are dropping orc weapons. And then I need to then take out some orcs on the other side. I believe there's a mini-boss in here. Or at least a signature mob on each side. There's one dwarf and there's one orc mini-boss. By mini-boss, I keep meaning signature mob. So, hopefully, we get to a point where we can find them. Because I know this repeats back on itself. Well, it might be through that door. Don't walk towards the door. It's just ran straight towards a door that you can see. They're either going to be roaming, or they're going to be in one of these packs, or near one of these packs. Hopefully they're roaming, so I can get them on their own, hopefully. Or it could be really easy, and it could be through one of these doors. So these Dourhands aren't actually too bad. I don't know what the orcs are going to be like on the other side. Obviously, some of the fights are really easy with these Dourhands. Some of them have been a little bit questionable when they've got my health relatively low. Then let's get my regen a little bit more of my health. I need to see... It's the only issue of playing as a Guardian. You don't have very... At least at the moment, I don't have very much when it comes to... Come towards me. There you go. Nope, come towards me. Stop throwing rocks. Yeah, so I'd like to have some more like regen or some more health or healing. So if this all goes wrong on this character, I would probably make a captain. Or probably a captain, I think. So I've got the self heals. Bjorn has never worked well for me, if I'm being honest. Although it's a really cool class and I like being able to turn into a bear, the novelty very quickly wears off. And I do kind of, just making sure my exit's clear, I do really dislike having to switch between the bear and the human form while in combat. I'd just rather all my skills be usable in bear form or being usable in human form. I understand why it's there. It could be, my opinion might be a bit controversial. I completely understand why they're separate and you have to switch between your forms. But for me, it's not really what I enjoy. So this is the last of the Dourhands I physically need to kill. I'm still missing 2 of the orc weapons. Well, for a second there, I thought one of them was a signature mob, but I was looking at these skills down there, and all my skills down there are red. So I need 2 more weapons. So ideally, I need to kill 2 more dwarves, which there's 2 there. Because 2 fighters there. So once I regain my health, I'll pull this one. Hopefully, when he gets the furthest away from this one, so he doesn't pull both. Okay, I think that should be okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, as I was saying, I was going to say Behemoth, but it's not Behemoth. Bjorn is, so I want to be able to heal. So Bjornins would be a cool class, don't get me wrong. But once again, it loses its novelty, which is a bit of a shame. It is one of my preferred classes. I have not tried it since the class rework, to be honest. My Bjornin videos that I made before with my friend was before the edits, before the updates, before I made this Guardian. The only other class I can think of, because I don't... Melee kind of heavy / potential tanks are probably what I'm going to go for. Just because any other class, if you play it on this harder difficulty, you die too quickly. I tried a Rune Keeper, and I died very quickly, like insanely quick. And that was just on difficulty 3. Fearless, I think it's Fearless, so it's difficulty 3. It wasn't even as high as this. So I would really struggle. Even with the ability to heal, you just won't be able to do enough damage to stop them from getting close to you. And then when they do get close to you, you're not going to do enough heals to heal you. So it's just a double-edged sword. And then Hunters, they are also in the same issue. They really do struggle with melee on the harder difficulties. So it's fine if you don't want to play, if you're not going to play this as hardcore. But if you play as hardcore, yeah, they're not that great. Just because you can't, at low levels you'll struggle to kite and you'll struggle to survive. Later on they are more than fine, from what I can see with their class and their skills. But it's just that beginning part which is a bit tough. And then you've got the, once again, I think Warden might be a good choice, but because I love Warden. Warden is one of my favourite characters. It's just a shame that if you try and play any form of hardcore for Warden, you're essentially fighting against lag. You're fighting against the server. You have one bad fight where you have a little bit of lag because you're medium armor. Fair enough, you have a really good shield. You have a shield and you can survive a little bit. But if you have one bad fight where you get a bit of lag, that is you over, because you need your gambits to keep you going. And yes, you can get really good gambits that will keep you going for a long time. It's just difficult. So here it looks like it's going to be a double fight, which I'm not really fond of. It's okay, it could be a triple fight if that berserker gets involved. So I need to kind of be careful. I think if I try and run past them, I would aggro them. If I would run past them, I'd run that way. So I've got slightly more room from that dreadful Tarkip. Or Tarkrip. Or Tarkip. However, it looks like, okay, that berserker's going that way. So we'll have to try and squeeze past. Oh, no. Just let that guy walk past. Okay, can I grab him? Okay, I can grab him without aggroing anyone else. And hopefully I can line of sight him so he runs towards me. That's good. It's good. Got a bit of line of sight there. And then use my shout to stun him. So these, I'm more worried about this side of the ruins of Iorvinas, this place is called. Just because these are a level higher than the dwarves, and they're closer to one another. So if I pull one, I'm going to pull two, potentially. I really want to get past these. I do only need to kill 6 more to get all their dwarves' weapons. If I can kill these two, that'll put me in a good place. Then I can just pick off the Roman Tarkips, Tarkrips, as they're called. That's it. I'm going to give this a go. Put one of my first buff out. Ideally, I'd like to get them both close together. And then use my AoE knockback now. Or AoE knockdown. I'm going to keep an eye on their immune state. Because once their immune state comes off, I'll then knock this guy down as well. With my... I'm just waiting for my skill to come off cooldown. There you go. Knock this guy down straight away. And then this will be a win for me. Just I had to use my cooldown. It's got 2 more minutes on it. I think it's a 3-minute long cooldown. It's a really good skill guidance pledge. The cooldown is quite a while. But some fights you definitely need it. Obviously that fight I needed it. I wouldn't be able to do it without it. Okay, it's just a single one here on his own. This is fine. Single mobs are more than doable on their own. Because I can just, if I get my timings right, I can just keep pumping them. So they've got 10 seconds each time I use my knockdown before I can use another knockdown. So I can just have one timed for as soon as one knockdown's done. One knockdown, another knockdown coming up. So I need to take out 3 more of these mobs. So obviously one was in that corridor there, roaming back and forth. There's another one here. I could probably take these 2 if one of this is off cooldown in a minute's time. But ideally I don't want to wait ages. But saying that, I'm going to wait ages here. So I'm going to wait here for these guys to roam and move a little bit further away. This is the penultimate kill. No, I need to kill 3 more. So if I can take this one out, I'll move around, try and take these 2 out, and then I'll be able to just use my sprint to get out of here. Hopefully by the time I get round there, my main attack will be off cooldown, but my main defense, which is 34 seconds, so it will be off cooldown by the time I get around there. This is going fine. There we go. So just need 2 more dwarf pickaxes. So if you're wondering where this is actually in the Lone Lands. I'll show you area door. Lone Lands. It's just here. Hang on, that's not where it is. It's here. So that may be where my says my location is, but it's actually this circle here. And it's that flag, this is where we are. And it's slap bang in the middle of the lone lands, not over here. That's where we are. In case you've never seen this place before. And there's a dwarf outside who you actually had a hand a quest into. And there's a dwarf inside, or 2 dwarves inside, who both of them have the quest for it actually inside here. So they've just, one of them's gone berserk, so I'm going to use my knockback, or my knockback straight away. Use some AoE and hopefully take down at least one of them. And that's the angered one dealt with. This one can now be knocked back, could be knocked down. Looks like he's berserk or raged. Yeah, at least he's stunned for a second. And then it should finish him off. I shouldn't need to use any potions or anything. There we go, that's that dealt with. So I need to now return to Dourhand Dwarves. I think that's outside this place. Yeah, it's not that. This quest here is for the outside, the dwarf on the outside. So these people only give us 3 quests for these dwarves. So we're going to... Yep, okay, that's fine. So we're going to take out this berserker. Make our way to the right here where that Dourhand was. And then go up to the dwarves and see what rewards. I didn't see what the rewards were. So they could be really good stuff or it could be really rubbish stuff. And we'll find out very shortly. So the quest didn't actually give me any good rewards. Just a bit of experience. Has given me 2 more quests. It requires me to look for a Gashrak and a Angar Ironga. I don't know where they are. I think that these 2 rooms connect to one another. And it might be in the areas between. From my memory, I haven't played this Sony in a very long time. So fingers crossed we can find them. I think I may have gone through the wrong gate. This seems to be a stronghold. And I think I need to... Yep, okay, this is Dwarf Stronghold. Yeah, I went through the wrong gate. So the bosses aren't through these doors. That are up around this area. Looks like they could be elsewhere. And I think they might be down in that little room down there. There's just an outlaw there. Fighter there. Can I see anywhere? No, okay, I can't get a better view in there. Bit of a shame. Oh, I aggroed something. Oh, there's a guy sleeping there. I didn't see him. Did you guys see him? I did not. Never mind. Oh, he should be able to take... Should be better to be simple to take out. He's doing a lot of damage though. These outlaws are strong. That's for sure. And I'm hoping that we don't have to take out both of the bosses at the same time. Because I have a feeling they're probably both signature mobs. And if I probably can't take 2 it'll be a good experience to try. But I don't think I can take 2 out at once. I'm fine with taking out the odd mob at once. Or the odd double mob. Oh, there's another guy here. Maybe. I don't really want to take advantage of another player. If I can help it. I don't really know what he's doing. I'm going to go and watch. Okay. Worst case scenario, I can at least see if the boss mobs are here. Okay, looks like they're not there. Oh, it looks like there's one there. So we found Gashrak, which is one of them. Then is the other one up there somewhere? I'm not sure. I'm not going to take this... I can... Oh, the other one's up there. So I'm going to quickly go ninja this kill. Because I'm sure I'll be able to kill these on their own. It'll be tough and I'll have to pop everything. But I'm sure this would be fine. Let's see how... Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. And then hopefully we can just quickly take this guy out. I'm going to take advantage of this guy being here still. This guy's got 1,000 health, so he did 300 damage to me. That was pretty quick. Another 300 damage. So I would have to rely on my shield blocking and a lot of heals then. But that actually saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort. So I'm not opposed to grouping up to do content, and I'm not opposed to do any of this. If anybody else wants to do it, or if there's anybody in my area that needs to do it, I will happily go with them. I'm not going to go through like the rules of like hardcore classic WoW, of the unofficial servers at least, where you had to do everything solo, and my charge is not off cooldown yet. That's a bit risky. Now it's off cooldown and it's ready to go. Yeah, so if I need to group up with someone, I'll happily group up with someone. And if I die, I die. If I die in a group, I'm going to die in a group. If I'm going to die solo, I'm going to die solo. I like to get as far as I can with this character, but hey, it's just like 7, 8, maybe. No, I don't know how many hours I've put into this character so far. It's a lot. Let's just put it that way. So that's these 2 quests complete. I'm going to leave this cave, and that will be it for today's episode. So what have we managed to do? So we've done nearly all of the western side of the Lone Lands. That involving the Minas Errol, the area to the west of the Weathertop and north of the Forsaken Inn. We have a load more quests inside the depths of Minas Errol, but they're full of signature mobs. We're going to level up a little bit one more time to level 30. I'm going to go give that a go. We started clearing the centre parts of the Lone Lands, getting some quests done. We did some interesting or slightly harder content in this little cave here, but we are now ready for towards Elegant. Okay. Interesting. There's another quest there. But yep, we'll be ready to continue this area in the next episode. So if you made it this far, thank you much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day and peace out.